Yo, what is going on, guys? Hutcho322 here, and today I am back bringing you guys, fans and coaches of the ASL, another ASL weekly recap video. And I know these normally go up on Wednesday. This will be going up on Friday, likely. Oops, I think I just messed that up. But anyways, they normally go up on Friday, or they normally go up on Wednesday. Good lord. But I was out of town for the time frame where I would record, and I got back on Wednesday. And I know this is late for that, but like, to be blatantly honest, I have just been busy. So it's always being busy. That's the big that's the big obstacle in this YouTube project. But either way, I'm bringing you guys another weekly recap. It's late, but nonetheless, it's here. ASL Season 3, Week 4. We have 5 weekly heroes this week. I could have made it 3. But anyways, you'll see how they all did. They are Tyrantrum, Hoopa, Weavile, Togekiss, and Jolteon, as they picked up a multitude of kills. And let's hop and see the first match. It goes 1-0, 6-0, 3-0, 4-0, 2-0, 2-0, 3-0. Alright. And remember, guys, if you do want to look at the replays at your own pace, they will be down in the description. All of them will be down there. So anyways, we have the first game. The Phoenix Flygons took down the Denver Nummels in a 1-0 fashion. Weavile picked up 3 kills, being one of the weekly heroes. And Moltres did okay for the Nummels. Mega Sharpedo didn't get its normal amount of kills, which that could be a big factor in this game. So let's go ahead and look at the match. We got a Heatran Mega Venusaur lead. They normally pair well together, and Heatran is going to go for that big eruption and take an Earthquake, which it actually doesn't die. So Venusaur is going to go ahead and go for the Synthesis, as Heatran effectively did nothing. Moltres is going to land the Hurricane and get the Confusion on Manaphy and on Celesteela, so that's just perfect, right? Keister's got to go back into Manaphy, takes a Fire Blast, takes a Salad Berry. It's going to be faster than everything. Goes for the Scald, does some big damage, but does not knock out the Moltres. So goes into Thundurus, as Thundurus is going to outspeed. And could go for the Substitute, predicting a switch. Goes for the Nasty Claws. Thundurus is looking very, very threatening here. Eats a return. Goes to Thunderbolt and does like nothing to Komala for being a +2 Thundurus. And Komala just gets to go for the return. So, Weavile named Winters, shout out to Vish, coming in with a low kick, is going to kill Heatran on the sack. Daddy Laddie is going to come out, is going to go for the HP fighting, I would assume. That makes the most sense to me, because I've ran HP fighting on like Uxie just to lure Weavile. But Terrakion is going to go for the Swords Dance here, as Celesteela can no longer take a hit from this thing. Terrakion is going to miss the Stun, which is huge, and is going to take a big heavy slam, and Keister's best play is just go for the Protect. So the Master is going to whip out the Z move, which is the correct play, honestly. It is 100% the correct play. If he would have landed, I think he should have Z moved, to be honest, but either way. Moltres is going to go for the Fire Blast, as Celesteela is not going to get the Protect. Weavile comes out and can go for the Ice Shard or can Pursuit, as the Moltres being withdrawn. Weavile is going to go for the Pursuit, and Latias is basically screaming, I have a Colbur Berry. Latias goes for the HP fighting, basically confirming it's HP fighting. And Komala is going to be unaffected by the Thunder Wave, but then dies to Seshok. So Mega Sharpedo gets to go for the Crunch. Ooh, Mesper got the nice Colbur Berry, and that's going to effectively cripple Mega Sharpedo. Mega Sharpedo's got to go for the Protect, just so it can outspeed. Goes for the Crunch, doesn't kill, that's huge. It's going to go down to 1%. What are these rolls, Keister? Well, to be fair, it was a roll for both of them to kill, so, I mean. Mega Venusaur is going to come out, and Demaster is going to go for the Psychic Fangs, do lots of damage, but then is going to die to a knockoff. Daddy Laddie's got to come through. He's going to go for the Psychic, but it's actually Choice Scarf Latias. So, Colbur Berry Latias definitely would have been a much better bring. Because it would have lived that knockoff, and HP fighting might have killed. So if it was Cole Berlotti, the Master might have walked away with a victory there, but it's hard to tell. Anyways, next up we have the BC Bibberolls taking on the Florida Floatsels, as Hoopa is one of the weekly heroes. As on Rocker's entire roster, he does not have a ghost type switch in, he doesn't have a dark type, he doesn't have a normal type, I don't think, yeah, because he dropped PZ. So literally Hoopa runs through his team, and yeah, there was nothing he could do in preparation or in the game to really stop this from happening. He would have the, oh no, he had Scarf 8, or he had Sash 8, and he lost turn 1 because he needed Sash 8 to be able to fire a hit into Hoopa while taking a Psychic, but that's basically the game because Hoopa just runs through Rocker's team. He has no switch-ins for Scarf Hoopa. Like, Nihilico can swap in, but still, like, either way, Marowak is a good swap into Bronzewing, as it's going to set some Stealth Rocks. Goes into Slowbro on the Keldeo, which is a pretty free swap every single time. And out comes Hoopa, and here's when things go downhill for Rocker. Goes into Serena, as it's going to be sub Hoopa, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Just going to go for the play rough. It's going to pop the sub, but it doesn't really matter. Psychic's going to come through, claim his first kill. Out comes Slowbro, who's going to sub up on the Scald, which does not do enough damage. So Hoopa can go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. No reason to over predict. Goes to the Shadow Ball, does 74% to Aggron. Aggron's not living another one, obviously. It's going to go down. Next comes Slowbro. Slowbro is going to Scald on the Calm Mind. It breaks the sub, but now Slowbro gets one shot, I believe. Out comes Marowak. Is actually Hoopa's going to sub. Goes for the Salic Berry, like, that's a GG, bro. Show me something at outspeeds. Shadow Ball, took the Thick Club, really doesn't matter. Out comes Nihilico, it's Scarfed. Goes for the damage, doesn't do enough. Psychic's gonna kill that. Inferno gets to come out because it's Focus Sashed. Slowbro gets to come out, it's gonna die to a Shadow Ball. And that's the game. The BC Bibberolls are gonna win a 6-0 victory, and I think Rocker, the only really thing he misplayed in, because there's nothing he could really have done to prevent the Hoopa sweep, since it was sub. But if he does keep his Infernape around, he could bring it in, get one hit off, like a Flare Blitz or so, and deal some big damage into Hoopa, because then the Heligo would have killed, because then it can't sub up. But anyways, that is going to be the game. The BC Bibberolls are going to improve to 4-0 with a 6-0 victory. Next up, we have the Portland Timbers taking on the Arcane Arcanines. And the Arcane Arcanines did win 3-0. As Gladios was able to pick up 2 kills for the Timbers, and Jolteon is one of the weekly heroes. Picking up 4 kills, just ran through my team. I don't have very many switch-ins for that thing. That thing is scary. So, let's see. I made a plethora of misplays. So let's go ahead and look at those. It's going to be a Jolteon Skuntank League, and he's just going to go over the Volt Switch, do half to me. And this reveals that he's Specs, I believe. So I go for the Fire Blast, predicting Scizor to come in. That's not the case. Goes Finny. Then I Poison Jab here, I think. No, I just Fire Blast again. I don't want Scizor coming out. I actually burn the Staraptor, which is... It might not make sense, but it's because it's floating in the air, so Misty Terrain has no effect on it. So a Double Edge is gonna just destroy Staraptor. That recoil. Got the Rocky Helmet, got the Double Edge recoil, got the burn, got the Sandstorm. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna set Rocks, Tapu Fini comes out. It's gonna be a Calm Mind variant, so I'm like, whoop. Rotom is basically just gonna have to fire off Thunderbolt, see what we can do here. As again, Volt Absorb, I didn't really have another play. Calm Mind pressured me. Latios, come in, take a Volt Switch. And Uxie is going to take 40% from Draco. That does absolutely nothing. He's gonna yawn me, so I gotta switch out. I'm gonna go to my Skuntank. He's gonna set some Stealth Rocks on me, which is annoying. Maybe he goes for the T-Wave. I go for the Pursuit here. I figured he switched, but he doesn't. He goes for the U-turn. So I kind of wish I was slower. I didn't think about that. But he's going to Thunderbolt me. My Skuntank goes down. Crit didn't matter. I go to my Latios. He's going to sack the Staraptor as I go for Draco Meteor. Better play would have probably been to recover. Goes in Tapu Fini. I'm going to launch on my Gigavolt Havoc. It's got a pretty good chance to kill, as it does indeed kill. So I get rid of the Tapu Fini. So Latios already has a kill in the match, and Hippowdon's got a kill from the rocks. So Jolteon comes in, does a ton to my Rotom, and I'm going to miss the Blizzard because I'm Scarf Rotom. I missed the Blizzard. That is absolutely huge. That's so huge, because if I Blizzard and connect, Pinsir can come in and revenge kill with Quick Attack. So that's huge. I go to my Victini. I don't know what I thought was going to happen there. I didn't think he would knock off. So I lose my Shucker Berry, which the Shucker Berry doesn't matter at all because Garchomp wasn't there. So Victini goes down, which is very unfortunate. I'm going to go for the return as he's going to U-turn into Jolteon. So like I said, if I would have connected the Blizzard, that Quick Attack would have killed. And I would not have Jolteon problems. And my Pinsir would still be here. Yeah. So I'm going to go for the Ice Fang. Predicting Uxie to come out just for some damage. I'm going to Earthquake. It does nothing to Scizor. Scizor is so bulky. He's going to knock off my Rocky Helmet, which is annoying. I'm going to go to my Latios. There's nothing else I can really do. And the Roost, he actually goes into Blaziken. Fair play, since HP Fire was really obvious. I'm going to go back into my Hippowdon. As I believe he goes for Toxic. No, he just high jump kicks. I don't know why I thought he would Toxic. He just high jump kicks as it kills my Hippo. I think those were higher rolls. I go into Latios. I have to recover stall here. Just because Jolteon Shadow Ball, since his choice specs, is going to do so much damage. And I'm Z moves, so knockoff isn't going to be doing as much, which is super, super nice. As I'm just going to say, you know what, I'm just going to kill you, and then yeah. So yeah, I could have actually swept. I could have swept with Latios. I could have swept with Latios if I land the Blizzard. So if I land the Blizzard, it's a completely different game. So yeah, the Arcanines are going to win a 3-0 victory over the Portland Timbers. So next we have the Royal Gardevoir taking on the Nightmare Nidoking. And before this game, both teams were winless. But Gustavo pulled through, got a 4-0 victory. And let's go ahead and hop right into the match. So Mamoswine Cobalion lead very much favors Anaria, but Cobalion is actually just going to go for the close combat off the bat. He's going to go for another close combat. Goes into Pangoro. Anaria, what are you doing? What are you doing? Goes into Rotom. Rotom should have been the switch on turn 1. I don't really understand risking your Mamoswine, since Mamoswine literally runs through Gustavo's entire team, bar this thing. But, I mean, Cobalion putting in the work so far. Rotom is the only way to pressure this Alomomola effectively. I guess Sylveon can, but it's not as good. This is Silvally normal, so it's probably going to be a Choice Scarf variant. Giga Impact from Tauros. He sets her heat. So Cobalion gets to come in, click close combat. You know the drill. Sylveon comes in. As that's a swap into Gardevoir. And that's a crit. Crit 100% mattered. No doubt in my mind. Goes into Registeel on the Iron Head. Good predict. Good predict. And out comes Aloe. Taking the Earthquake. Aloe's a free swap in on Registeel every single time. Rotom comes out. Again, Rotom's the best way to effectively pressure it. So Rotom is going to Volt Switch into the Registeel. Registeel is basically just here to stall a Chansey. Goes for the explosion. So Registeel's gonna kill itself. And not sure if I agree with that, just because it's Regenerator. But Sylveon is gonna go with the Psyshock. Takes a Toxic, which it probably doesn't mind. Psyshock onto Chansey, and this Chansey is going to stall out Sylveon unless Sylveon has the heal bell. Sylveon needs the heal bell to be able to possibly bring this game back. But it doesn't have heal bell. Anaria would have gone for it by now. So Chansey's going to whip out the nice Thunderbolt. What was that Thunderbolt for? Like Starmie? I don't even know. I'm trying to think. What's Anaria's team? I don't know. Whatever. Heat set. A+. Alright. Chansey's going to go with the Toxic on Rotom. And it's only a matter of time before the Royale Gardevoir pick up their first dub in ASL Season 3. And the Nightmare Nidoking fall to 0-4. So, yeah, this is just going to be boring Toxic stalling, but that's what Chansey does. So this is luckily the last turn. Ooh, nice and crit. Didn't matter. Toxic would kill anyways, plus there's no chance of Anaria winning the match at all. So, Gustavo picking up a nice victory. And, Cobalion. Oh, Cobalion should have been another weekly hero. Hold up. I will do this. Don't think I won't. I'll do this right now. Bear with me. Yep. Cobalion on screen right there. I'm gonna put this man. Hold up. I gotta move these over. Bear with me. I will do this. I'm determined. My specifications are like 3 kills, no deaths. And he did that. So let me move all these guys over. Come on, guys. Make room. Make room. Make room for your boy Cobalion. Oh my god. This thumbnail is going to be so busy. Perfect. Great. 6 weekly heroes. Oh my god. I probably should have only made it 3 with Hoopa, Jolteon, Togekiss. Whatever. Yeah, next game we got the Utah Hoots taking on the Keldeo Hub Resolutes, and Tyrantrum is one of the weekly heroes, picking up 3 kills, and Tyrantrum is honestly a monster. Choice Banded, Choice Scarf, it's got a decent speed. Let's see exactly what happens. So, and it was a 2-0 victory. So, Zapdos going to go for the Discharge, get the Para first turn. Miltank doesn't really care too much, but it's gonna get rocks up, and Rotom's gonna get the heck out of there with the Volt Switch. Goes into Deontay as Jirachi comes out, because Jirachi's a pretty free swap in. Even like Earth Power is not gonna do that much. I would know. I helped Spider playtest or Susie. Jirachi goes for the Psychic, and then you Charge Beam. Nice and Heat set. Goes into Rotom Wash. He's going to Charge Beam again. Get it again. Pain Split, and Jirachi's Psychic is probably going to kill now. As it almost kills. Rotom is going to have to take this. Charge Beam to the face as he gets it again. Goes into Tyrantrum. Name Something Will Die, as something did die. So good nickname. Goes into Zapdos. This is deemed Choice Scarf Tyrantrum, because that was probably max speed Jirachi, because it looks like a very offensive set. So Aromatisse is a free swap into Scrafty almost every single time. Goes for the Calm Mind, as Deontay's going to Calm Mind up too, since Deontay gets the clear advantage over Aromatisse in the Calm Mind war. As Deontay can go ahead and fire off a Moonblast and just one-shots Mega Blastoise. So Zydoge comes out, and Susie's got a great switch into Zydoge being Celebi, because the only thing Zydoge can really do is whip out that HP Bug or Crunch. So Celebi is going to U-turn on the Zapdos, go into Tyrantrum as something will die, and it is the Zapdos, taking a head smash to the frickin' face. Zydoge gets to come out, as it is Choice Scarf, so Zydoge can take a hit, but out comes Celebi. Celebi's best play is to recover here. That's what it needs to do, but it actually goes for the Giga Drain, gets a fair amount of health back, so that was a fine play as well. Swellow's going to go for the U-turn as Ghost probably predicted a switch there. Celebi is going to go for the U-turn from the Thunder Wave. Goes into Mega Deontay on the Aromatisse, since Suzy knows the set of Aromatisse and knows that his Deontay can beat it. As Moonblast is not going to be doing that much to Mega Deontay after the Calm Minds. And Mega Deontay can go ahead and fire off a Moonblast. I think the better play there would have been to Calm Mind again. Just because you would have guaranteed live the hit and you didn't have to bank on the Thunder Wave. Out comes Zydoge though. He's going to sack the Scrafty, since Scrafty effectively does nothing in this match. Doesn't outspeed either of them. It gets bopped by both of them. So, 1,000 arrows onto Celebi. Lives it, goes for the Giga Drain, which is good damage on it. Goes into Swellow, as Giga Drain is going to do a fair amount, and Swellow's best play is to go for the U-turn. But actually goes for the Air Slash, and Swellow's going to drop to a Giga Drain. So out comes Zydoge, and Suzy's best play is to let Celebi go down. It did its job. It dealt with Zydoge. It got a couple kills. And out comes Tyrantrum, and something dies. Every time Tyrantrum hit the field, something died. First time it was Rachi, then it was Zapdos, then it was Tyrantrum. Nice nickname. Really lived up to it. So, that was the game. The Utah Hoots are picking up a 2-0 victory as they improved to 3-1. Next, we got the St. Louis Swabloos taking on the Contract Killers, as Togekiss picked up 5 kills in this match. And I believe Malone got his ungodly hacks at one point in this match. It didn't really matter, but there was some ungodly hacks. Let's go see it. So we got Omastar, Gourgeist lead. This very much favors Gourgeist. Goes into Venomoth, as Venomoth is pretty good against Gourgeist. It's 44% with the poison. He's going to Willows the Venomoth. I don't really agree with that. I think the better play would have been going into something like Delphox that can take the hit and then fire up a big Fire Blast. Since Anderson does not have Delphox switch-ins. So, Venomoth is going to be setting up Quiver Dances, as this is almost game. Cresselia is going to have the Leaf Seed support. Is going to go for the Roost. And yeah. Can we all just take a moment? Hold on, I'm even going to pause this. Can we all just take a moment to understand how gosh darn lucky this man named Malone is? Like, oh my god. If you don't believe me, go back and look. I think it was season, I know it was season 2. It was like week 4 or 5. Malone crit a setup Mega Deontay from Mylan's team with this Cresselia. Cresselia, you need to stop. This is not okay. This is definitely not okay. So Cress is going to be taunted, is going to switch out into Gourgeist. Gourgeist is going to take the knockoff so well because of the Cold Brew Berry. I think a better berry IMO would have been a Koba Berry for Togekiss's flying moves, or a Yachi Berry for Mega Obama Snow. But Malone is letting Gourgeist just get wore down here, as it's gonna drop to a Dazzling Gleam. Cresselia gets to come out and actually lives the Dazzling Gleam, so oh my god, we have to see Moonduck on our screen more. Togekiss, I thought you would pull through. I don't want to see this Moonduck anymore. I literally have nightmares of this thing. So, Cresselia is going to go for the Psychic, Moonlight up, as Omastar is going to be just hazard stacking since Empoleon isn't on Malone's team anymore. So he has no way to hazard remove, or no way to remove hazards, I think. I don't know how sure I am, though. As, for the most part, Sableye is shutting down this Cresselia. If it wasn't toxic, then Sableye would 100% wall this Cresselia and could just sit there all day. But Delphox is going to come in on the Azelf, is actually screens Azelf as well. And Azelf is going to set up the Trick Room which is very interesting because Zelf is normally a very, very fast Pokemon. As Cresselia is going to come out double into Delphox, predicting the switch into Sableye. So good double on Malone's part. And Sableye is going to go for the knockoff as it is in Trick Room though. So maybe not the best play. Malone brought 2 damage weakening berries this week. Shucka for the probably Mega Abomasnow because of Earthquake. That makes no sense to me. Or the Flygon, that could also be something. Or even Snorlax. Gosh, I'm just spitballing now. So Azelf is going to be setting up screens, takes the Toxic, goes into Sableye, onto the Reflect, because it is Screens Crest. As Sableye gets to go for the Taunt, Malone predicts that, goes for Psychic, doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know why Malone's Psychicked. You might as well have just tried to set up the screen. Because there's no better move you could have gone for. He didn't pack Moonblast. But yeah, this is basically just going to be a stally war. Because there's a Sableye on your screen and there's a Cresselia on your screen. So Mega Lopunny is going to come in on the perfect turn, on the Taunt. Is going to go... I don't really know what Malone was trying to do there. Like, he must have forgot Sableye got Prankster, but his Mega Lopunny is now useless for the most part because it got burned. So, yeah. Cresselia is going to get Air Slash and can Moonlight up. Togekiss, please just kill this freaking Moonduck. I am done looking at it. So Omastar is going to go ahead and drop to the Psychic as Big Bad Brad himself is going to go into Big Bad Brad himself. Go for the Blizzard, do some big damage as it's not going to miss, and Hail. This Togekiss is going to come out, and going into Mega Abomasnow is a great play long term because this Cresselia cannot set or keep Moonlighting effectively because it's only going to heal 25%, and Togekiss can wear it down at this point. So very good play on Brad's part. It just needs to flinch, and it flinches. Thank God. Get Moonduck out of here. Yes! Moonduck is done. Alright, here comes Jeff the Cure in Black. Jeff is looking mad. Goes to sack off Azelf. So I think that's like one of the first kills Cure in Black has this season, and then it dies. And this is Scarf Togekiss. So that's a GG. That is a GG. Since a ton of Malone's team gets really hurt by fairy types, which is why him dropping Empoleon was a mistake, IMO. But yeah, that's gonna be the game. The Contract Killers are gonna win a 2-0 victory over the St. Louis Swablues. Next up, they got the Inner Milotic taking on the New Zealandians, and the New Zealandians won a 3-0 victory. Surprisingly, didn't have a weekly hero in this one. There's 6 weekly heroes, and this is like the one game without one, I think. I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and start the match. It is going to be a Tyranitar Slacking lead. And Static was talking about dropping Slacking because its Truant ability is so hindering. But it can be very effective as a Banded Retaliate set. But Slacking gives your opponents free turns, which you don't want to do. So you have to be very careful when using it. So Slacking comes out here. You can go ahead and fire off a return. Does so much damage, 52%. Unfortunately, it has to switch out because of Truant. If Slacking didn't have Truant, it would be such a good Pokemon. Because it hits so ridiculously hard. It is actually really bulky. Anyways, Clefable's going to throw a Wish in the air as it can take another Giga Drain. Flareon is a free swap into Clefable. As Rotom Heat gets to come out here, Rotom Heat is favoring this matchup. Goes for the Volt Switch, as Flareon is probably going to Wish itself. As Transcendence, the Zygarde comes out. As Zygarde is looking to put a hurt on Larry's team, goes for 1,000 arrows, and claims a kill on Flareon. So Slurpuff is going to come in. Goes to the Surf on Clefable, and it's a roll where Clefable can take another one. So just wants to go into Lilligant named Shakira, and can go for what I would assume to be HP fighting, maybe? That would be my best guess. I don't know. I don't know what hidden power that is. Maybe ground? I don't know. Whatever. So, Clefable is going to sit in here on a T-Tar. It can wish up. Psych. Nope. T-Tar is not having it. Goes into Slacking. And Golisopod is going to take an Earthquake. So Cloyster is a pretty good switch in since it can Rock Blast. But actually just goes for their Rapid Spin here, which is actually pretty funny. Goes for the Leech Life, gets Golisopod healed back up. Then can Aqua Jet here, so Static is going to predict that. Go into his Slacking. The Slacking can just fire off a return. Just so much damage considering it's a Suicune, but that's max Fizz Def Suicune. 100%. This for Zygarde. Golisopod is going to come out. This is going to go for the first impression. Static just wants Cloyster to drop. And that actually works out really well for Laurie as she gets to switch out due to the Life Orb damage, which is actually kind of funny, but she played that pretty well. Zygarde is just going to go for it all. Goes for the Dragon Dance, but is going to switch out. As the Draining Kiss is going to do nothing to Rotom since it's a Fire type. And then drops the Surf. That crit probably didn't matter since it's a Life Orb offensive Rotom. So Lilligant gets to come out here. Let's go for the Quiver Dance. It goes for another Quiver Dance. Takes the Dazzling Gleam and gets crit. So yeah. That crit was big. That crit was very important. Goes for the Healing Wish, so I like the strats. He was probably going for the Healing Wish into Slacking to just retaliate, which is a good play. Zygarde's going to take the Dazzling Gleam, not well, but is going to go for the Dragonium Z. Devastating Drake, launch it off, goes into Golisopod, goes for the E-Speed, does not kill Golisopod, and Golisopod is going to go ahead and kill that thing. So Golisopod is going to go for the Aqua Jet, doesn't kill Slacking. So it's gonna go down 1-0, and it's gonna be Truant, and it's gonna die with Surf. So a fortunate turn of events for Static. It's just Laurie played that game very, very well. Had a pretty bulky team, which outplayed Static's team. So that is going to be the game. The New Zealandians are going to win a 3-0 victory over the Inner Milotic. And that is going to be the video, guys. I'm going to just go on to the upcoming slides so you guys know what's coming up this following week. So, thank you guys for watching, as we did have 6 weekly heroes. Tyrantrum, Hoopa, Weavile, Togekiss, Jolteon, and Cobalion. So, the thumbnail is going to be very busy, but thank you guys for watching. We're having trouble with the Pick'em crew, and power rankings might not be up this week, or at least on time, just because I believe the master is out of town or something like that. So, like I said, this channel is basically, we're getting up as we can. We're busy, we have lives, so we'll get content to you guys when we can get content to you guys, whether it's on time or not. We'll try. So anyway guys, thank you guys for watching the video. This has been ASL Season 3 Week 4 Weekly Recap. Thank you guys, and goodbye.